This looks like nerd paradise.
BURG.L Transcription Unit 87.9.5. Order number 1.
Robot, I need you to monitor these power fluctuations and inform me if they exceed acceptable limits.
Hello, my name is BURG.L, and I will be serving you today. I specialize in cooking, flipping, and grilling.
Grilling? A feature useful only to your obsolete burger-flipping brethren now consigned to the scrap heap? I need you to monitor these readings, BURG.L. And isn't it redundant to in cooking and grilling?
Understood. Appending monitor power fluctuations to my prime directive list. Deprioritizing grilling.
Good. Now get on.
BURG.L Transcription Unit 87.10.25. Order number 73.
I find it a wonder that the BURG.L Mark IVs never caught on. I believe them to be far superior to the Mark IIIs. Those never lived up to my expectations.
How's that?
They can only calculate post-cooking burger weights to the nearest tenth of a pound. And they only had enough memory for one seasoning module, salt or pepper. All solved with you Mark IVs, not to mention your most excellent mustaches.
Thank you. I will never forget this moment. Hello, and welcome to Roby's Classic Automated Burger Shop. My name is BURG.L, and I will be taking your order today. Perhaps I can interest you in the daily specials? My favorite is the Roby's 0.375 pounder with cheese, with a side of mammal-style fries.
That will do just fine, BURG.L.
Remember the Roby Burger motto. Make it every day exponentially great.
Ominent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Science Division, log 87.08.31C. Today's gluon trials were a complete failure. Apparatus destroyed, no useful test data. Perhaps Dr. Klein was right. Another year's research down the drain. I had felt so sure of it. For my sake, I need success. But nothing is working. Not the gluon, nor the scabby, not even the confounded napkin bags. But what if I revisited an older project? No. Oh, no, definitely not. Perhaps, no. Wait, that's it. The shrink machine. Initial explorations had been promising before Hubert put the kibosh on it. I could set it up in the basement. If I showed that it worked, surely they could not argue with results. It's worth a try. What do I have to lose? Ominent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Science Division, log 87.12.18, 87.12.19. It's past midnight now, but the covalent space reducer prototype is complete. Otherwise known as the shrinking machine, I've dubbed it the Spacer. I should get some rest, but the kids are already asleep, Trudy's given up and gone to bed, and I'm eager to find out if all these months of work were worth it. Everything should be sound, but you never know until you flip the switch. Well, here goes nothing. Supplemental log, complete failure. Oh, why do I even try? I'll clean this mess up in the morning. supplemental log, Ominent Practical Technologies, Tully. Oh, whatever, I'll sort it later. The important thing is I have done it! Success! The spacer has worked its magic. I have successfully shrunk a set of basic plastic polyhedral dice from the size of standard dice to no bigger than the size of, well, much smaller dice. BURG.L, make a note to come up with a better comparison.
Noting.
You did it nonetheless. This is a complete exoneration. However, it occurs to me that I have a new problem. The dice were intended to be young Foe's Christmas present. He will be disappointed. But perhaps I can convince him that they were miniature dice. The tiny instructions might be a bit of a giveaway. A new solution may be required. To the Fun Pit Toy Mart before they close. Ominent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Science... Ominent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Household Liquids, Gels, and Aerosols Division. That is where my PhD is going now. Kaminsky works here, and he's an idiot. With the pay cut, I've been reduced to substituting at the local school. How many times can one person be expected to explain the difference between a vector and a scalar? If it has direction, then it's a scalar. I mean, a vector. Oh! I swear the ignorance around me is contagious. Does that normal teacher do anything? No wonder my inventions cannot be appreciated. Our society no longer understands science. I've thought about this in circles for days now, and I've come to a decision. It's time to restart spacer development. Ominent may not believe in it, but I know its potential. Though I must figure out how to return shrunk objects to their original size. The first step will be to address the particle transcription errors. It seems almost certain that the irregularities are responsible for the failure during the demonstration. BURG.L, please bring up all the lab data about the unknown particles.
Happy to be of service. Notes will be prepared and delivered to your table in 4 hours or less.
4 hours? What are the chances for less?
Delivery estimate will be prepared in 2 hours or less.
An auspicious beginning.
Just give me a second to let my eyes adjust to that. What do we have lurking around out here?
I have isolated the source of the particle irregularities. They appear to be a byproduct of the shrinking process. If I adjust the machine to account for their existence, it should be the key to the expanding process. BURG.L, please bring up the readings for the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle traces. Ugh, that name is going to get tiresome. And while you're at it, rename all references to the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle to raw science.
Order received. Raw science identified. Does it require cooking, flipping, or grilling?
No, none of those. Categorization.
That answer is not permitted, according to health code standards governing the handling of raw food items.